Today's video is about another lead code problem, which is basically to find the first node where the cycle begins. So first of all, I guess we have to read the problem statement very properly, and then we will go to the solution. So they are basically saying that we have been provided the head of the linked list and we have to return the node where the cycle begins. So let me just quickly show you the example which in which we basically first of all have to detect that if the cycle exists or not. If the cycle doesn't exist in the entire linked list, then basically we have to return null, and if the cycle exists, then we further have to find out where the cycle begins, like what is the starting point of the cycle. So here is a point which I need to clear to make sure that you understand clearly the code, which is basically the starting of the cycle is not at this point, right? The starting of the cycle is basically at 2. Okay, so this is the thing which might cause confusion later on. So I have to clear this all. Okay, so once again I will tell you that this is basically the start of the cycle, and this is not the -4 is not the start of the cycle. Okay, so basically first of all I will show you the code which I have done. So this is basically the code. As I have mentioned earlier, we first of all have to detect that there exists a cycle or not. So this is the function which they have provided, like the lead code has provided us, and this is the function which I have wrote. Okay, so first of all I have write that if the head has null or heads next is null, it means that if the head has null or if there is only one node, then we will return null, right? So for two nodes there is a condition that for a linked list to have cycle, there is a condition that there should be at least two nodes, and if there is one node, obviously there is no cycle, so we have to return null in both the cases, right? In both these cases. Okay, so next I have declared a slow and fast pointer, and this is basically the algorithm which basically detects that if there is a cycle in the linked list or not, and if the fast or fast next become null, it means that we have to return null, and eventually it basically symbolize that there is no cycle in the linked list. So first of all we have to declare a fast and slow pointer which is pointing at the head. So if we take this example, right, this is the slow pointer and here is the fast pointer. Okay, so fast pointer will move to 2 steps and slow pointer will move to 1 step. If they intersect at some point, like if they have the same value, the same node, so we have to go to this, we have to find the detect the first node, we have to find the first node of the cycle. If they don't meet and if the fast or fast next become nulls, it means that there is no cycle and we have to return null. So let's just dry run this part and until and let's see that if they meet at some point or not. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. At the first iteration, our slow will go to there. I will cut the slow and fast will go to there, right? So next our slow will go to there and our fast will go to here. Next our slow will go to there and our fast will go to here. So at this point you see that the slow and fast pointer meet. It means the slow is equals to fast, and we have to go to detecting the first node and we have to pass the head which has been provided to me and the fast pointer. So fast pointer has the address of -4. So we have to go to this point. By the way, this algorithm is called the Floyd Cycle Detection Algorithm. In the next video, I will show you the proof that how this algorithm basically works and how you are able to find the first node, because this is not a very intuitive way of finding start of the node, start of the cycle. So I will share with you the proof in which I will show you that how this algorithm basically works, and which makes it easier to understand, I guess. Then we have to apply a loop until slow and fast meets. So you see there, you can see that I have passed the head here, and the receiver one is slow. it means that the slow has now, okay, I will erase some parts so that it doesn't cause any confusion, right? Okay, so our slow, what we have done is we have given the address of head to slow. The address which the head has, it has been given to slow. So slow is pointing at this point where the head is pointing, right? And what we have to do is, okay, if the fast is at this point, right? So until we have to apply the while loop until the slow becomes equals to slow and fast are not equal. Okay, so both moves to one step. You can see that here fast was moving two steps. He was taking two steps at a time, but now they both are taking one steps. So now what we will do is slow will go to one step further and fast will go to one step further. Okay, so at this stage they both meet, right? So our this while condition becomes false, and we will come out of our while loop and return the slow, or we can return the fast because they basically meet and they are at the same point. So here this algorithm basically says that here the slow and fast pointer is at the position where the cycle begins, and you can see that 2 is basically the point which we have to return, which is the start of the cycle. You can also see here that tail connects to node index 1. This is the index 1, so this is the node which we have to return, right? So I will just quickly summarizes the steps which I have which I have said so far. First of all, if this says that you have to find the start of the cycle in the linked list, then the very first thing you have to do is to find out that if there is a cycle, even if there is a cycle or not. So for finding the cycle you will apply this thing right here, and if the cycle exists, then what you have to do is you have to detect the first node. Okay, so in the detection of the cycle, the fast will move to two steps and the slow will move to one step. But once you have find basically the cycle, then what you have to do is you have to go to you have to you can make another function or you can declare all the things right here, but I prefer to make another function. So you will make another function if you like, and then you will move slow will go again to the head and the fast will remain where it was. Then you will keep on moving the slow and the fast until they both meet. The point where they meet is basically the start of the cycle. So so I think so that the explanation is pretty much clear, and if you have any queries, then you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video.